Hi everyone, I'm Ellen Hayakawa, author of The Inspired Organization, co-author of Amazon bestseller Healing the Heart of the World, and founder of the Divinely Inspired Leaders. Today I would like to talk to you about children's behaviors and past lives and the impact that past lives can have on children's behaviors in this present lifetime. And the reason I want to talk to you about this is because it's not often talked about, and it's not even often thought of. Past lives are not thought of when we speak about why children are behaving the way that they are, and especially when we don't understand why they're behaving the way that they are. And so this might be a key for some of you. I know as parents, educators, and health professionals, and people who really deeply care about the spirits and souls of children and youth and want to see them fulfill their full potential, that you're always looking for solutions to challenging behaviors and, what might be bothering a child. So, for example, when you see that a child has nightmares, or you may take your child to a certain place and time after time you take them to that place and all of a sudden they become fearful. That child may be remembering experiences that he or she had in that place in a past lifetime where he or she may have been hurt or threatened in some way. And simply by opening up this spiritual experience, which is really what it is, this remembrance of past lives, you may be able to help them to complete on that past life. Let me give you another example. I also had a client who remembered his life as King Tut. And because he was a king in another lifetime, and interestingly enough, in this lifetime, his parents, unbeknownst to them at the time that he had this past lifetime as a king, named him in this lifetime also after a king. And the impact that this past life as a king has had on his present life is that when he's in the classroom, he wants to be in charge. And so, that's difficult sometimes for, of course, his teacher to understand that he wants to be in charge of the classroom, or he's always concerned about what the other children are doing and that they follow the rules. And he seems to feel that those rules don't apply to him. When a child is able to complete on that past life, so let me give you an example of that. There's a well-documented case of James Leininger, and he had a past lifetime as a fighter plane in the last World War. His plane was shot down over the islands in Japan, and so in this lifetime, when he was only 2 years old, he started having nightmares on a very regular basis. And it was always that he was trying to get out. And when his parents asked him, he said that he was basically trying to get out of his plane. And he remembered a lot of details about that lifetime. He remembered the kind of plane that he flew, which was called a Corsair. And he remembered the names of his colleagues that he flew with, and as well the names of his relatives in that lifetime. So the details that a child remembers can be very specific. And although especially his father did not believe in reincarnation, after doing this journey with young James, his dad realized that in fact James had lived this past lifetime. And in this lifetime, he was engaged in that past lifetime energetically and otherwise, through his nightmares, trying to get out of his plane, trying to fight his death. And really, it was only when this story went live on the news and a Japanese television program saw this news piece and invited James and his family to Japan, where he was able to go to the site where his plane had crashed. And he was able to lay flowers in the water, and he was able to grieve. And that put a completion to that particular lifetime. And it's the same with this child who's in my coaching practice. He was able to see this exhibit of King Tut. And in fact, once he saw that, he seemed to complete on that lifetime and was able to become much more focused at school and not paying so much attention to what the other children were doing, but became more focused on himself and his own work and the lessons that he's here to learn in this lifetime. So I invite you to just examine your beliefs around past lifetimes. And if your child is behaving in ways that you can't explain, I invite you really to ask them whether they can recall a past lifetime, especially when, for example, their fears are coming up, and just open the conversation to what's going on with them. And you may have that chance to complete with them in this lifetime so that they can bring all their energy back here to the present moment, to live in the present and be engaged and learn everything that they need to learn in this lifetime to fulfill their full potential. Thanks so much. Bye for now.